Hello everyone, welcome. How are you today? I hope you feel great and fit for this new appointment. Today is the second appointment of our DATEV trilogy we have prepared for you. 2 weeks ago with Timo, we have explored DATEV words. We have provided some general knowledge regarding DATEV, the differences between Rechnungswesen and DATEV Unternehmen Online. And today we will keep going and we will navigate into technical details. We will start to understand the different DATEV services and related APIs. We will then understand what is needed to do before start a new implementation of DATEV, so setting up a DATEV Developer Account and application. Then we will understand the production approval process to go live with your application. And in the end, we will discuss and understand the login methods that DATEV provide. So this is our agenda. Let's start. So DATEV provides multiple services, and for each service, there is a specific API product. However, the name of the API product and the name of the service is different, so this could be really confusing. That's why now we will list the main services from DATEV. So the first one is the Belegbilderservice. This is used to upload scanned and digital documents to DATEV. The related API is called the counting documents, and this API provides multiple endpoints because DATEV wants you to first check the document types and the document extensions that you are allowed to post in your DATEV Unternehmen Online. So once you check this information, you are then able to upload your file with the right format and right type. The second service is called Rechnungsdatenservice 1.0. This is used to transfer structured data to DATEV Unternehmen Online. And the related API is called the Counting DXSO Jobs. This API as well provides multiple endpoints, but it's a little bit more complex than the previous one. The reason is because the structured data must be sent to DATEV in a specific format, and this format is the XML. So you will need to convert your data into a proper XML that must be validated against the XSD files that DATEV provide. These APIs provide endpoints that are asynchronous. This means that you will first need to create a job, then you will need to convert your data into XML and validate the XML file. Then you will need to attach this XML to the job. Then you're ready to process the job. And in the end, you will need to check the status of your request since it's asynchronous. The third service we are about to analyze is the Buchungsdatenservice. This is used to transfer transaction data and master data in DATEV format to DATEV data center in order to be able to download into Rechnungswesen. The related API is counting EXTF files, and this API provides multiple endpoints that are asynchronous. In this case, the data format is not XML, but it's a CSV. So here, to use these APIs and the endpoints, you will need to convert your structured data into a CSV that must be validated to be, of course, in line with the DATEV requirements. So these are the services, the main services from DATEV. Let's now understand which are the steps in order to start to build an implementation, so an integration to DATEV. So the first thing that you will need to do is to create an account on the DATEV developer portal, and in your account, create and register an application. And in this application, you need to select the API products you will need to use during your implementation in order to have the right scopes to make the API calls. At this stage, it's really important to understand that you can only test your implementation using the test sandbox account that DATEV provides. So you are not able to test your implementation using a real user. This test sandbox account has the following username and password, and they are the same for everybody, and provides static data that cannot be changed. So whenever you use this test sandbox account during the API calls, you will get always the same response. So now the question is how we can test our implementation in production, so with real users. Well, to do so, you need to go through the approval process from DATEV. So this approval process could be really challenging. It's divided in 2 up to 3 appointments. So the first appointment is the initial approval appointment, and you need to show to DATEV your solution, so your integration, using the test sandbox account. And your solution must follow the general interface requirement and the specific interface requirement for each API you are using. This is because each API has a specific interface requirements that you must follow if you want to be approved. So after this first appointment, if you are successful, of course, you will get the approval. This means that you are able to access production for 3 months. This means that you can test your integration with real users for the next 3 months. So now, if you want to go live forever, so if you want to stay live forever, you will need to book a second appointment called Final Production Approval. So during this appointment, you will need to show to DATEV your solution, but this time using a real user. And of course, here, the general interface requirement and specific interface requirement must be followed as well. Now, there could be a third appointment, depending on the APIs you're using. Because if you're using API product that requires you to generate data format as XML or CSV, then you need a third appointment where you will need to provide this XML or CSV to DATEV in order to let DATEV check if the format you are creating is correct. So this third appointment is for validation and compliance check of the data you generate. Now we want to understand the different login methods that DATEV provide. So the first one is the DATEV SmartCard, DATEV M-Identity login. This is, I will say, an hardware login. So you need to have the SmartCard and the M-Identity card reader to use this login method. So you will need to take your SmartCard, insert the SmartCard in the M-Identity card reader, and then plug it into one of the USB slots of your laptop. And this allows you to log into DATEV. The second login method is DATEV Smart Login. This is really common and easy to use because you only need to download the mobile app from DATEV into your smartphone. So when you are about to authenticate to DATEV in your integration, you just need to choose DATEV Smart Login. Then there will be a QR code on your screen. So at this point, you will just need to scan with the mobile app this QR code, and you will get access. Then we have DATEV Benutzer or Windows SSO. This login method is automatic and is not really displayed to the user. And this login method happens, I will say, when the parameter enable Windows SSO equals to true is attached in the authorization request. The last login method is the DATEV Benutzer Konto, and this login method must be chosen when you want to authenticate to DATEV using the test sandbox account. So you just need to choose this method, provide the username and password that I showed you before, and you will get the access to DATEV using this test sandbox account. So this was the last key point for today. We have understand that build an integration to DATEV, it's a multi-step process. It requires a lot of effort, a lot of time, a lot of knowledge, I would say. But I hope that with this appointment, everything is a little bit more clear. So I really hope this appointment has been helpful to understand the technical details of building an integration to DATEV. If you have further questions or if you want to discuss with us your data integration strategy, let's get in touch. We, of course, be so happy to help. So thank you very much for your time and have a great evening.